السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today, inshallah, we are going to start with the second lesson, with the very important lesson regarding the forms of the letters, the way how we write the letters. I'm going to tell you how we write the letters when they are alone, when they are at the beginning, when they are at the middle, and when they are at the end of a word. But first of all, I'm going to write Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I'm going to start with the first letter, and the first letter with the king of the letters, actually. I'm going to start with Alif. Alif is the first letter of alphabet. When it is alone, it has this form that you see. When the Alif is at the beginning of a word, it has the absolutely same form how it is when it is alone. Why? Because Alif is from the letters that it's not allowed to connect with other letters. At this way, at this side. But we can connect it in the other side, as we are going to see it at the middle. We can connect it in this side, but in this side, it's not allowed to be connected. And at the end of the word, it has absolutely the same form because it is the last letter of a word. Now I'm going to explain three letters, be, te, fe. These three letters, they have absolutely the same form, but the differences between one another are just at the dots, because the dots are different from one letter to the second one. I'm going to tell you letter B. This is letter B when it is alone. When it is at the beginning, it is like that. We're going to say why it's this form. This form is like that because it's allow the second letter to be connected with it. And we have an example here at the word Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Look here, B here is the first letter of a word. B here is the first letter of a word. And if you see B at the word Bismi, and if you see B here, it's absolutely same. B at the middle is going to be like that. We're going to say why? Because it's connected in two sides. It's allowed to be connected here. It's allowed to be connected in two sides. It's like that, connected here, connected here. At the end of a word, it's going to be connected in one side because it is the last letter of a word. And we close the letter here. We close the letter here. Why? Because B is the last letter of a word. And for sure it's connected here. Now I'm going to explain letter T. Letter T is absolutely same. The differences between B and T is just at the dot. B, one dot down, T, two dots on top. Actually, I want to explain to you that if you are going to be good at these lessons, which are, 10 lessons, approximately 10 lessons, it means that you learned how to read Holy Quran. But if you are not giving focus at the 10 first lessons, approximately 10 first lessons, it means that it's going to be a bit difficult for you. At the end of the lesson, the last help, I'm going to give you the homework. What you need to do after you are watching this video. Now, ta at the beginning is like that, with 2 dots on top, and in this point, we are going to connect ta with the second letter. Ta at the middle is like that, because it's going to be connected in 2 sides, here and here. It's going to be connected in 2 sides. Here it's going to be connected with the first letter, ta is the second letter, and we can put other letters, like for 4th letter, 5th letter, etc. But ta is at the middle of a word. Now, ta at the end of a word is absolutely like ba. The only difference between the ta is just at the dots. We have ba, 1 dot down, and ta, we have 2 dots at the middle. Now I'm going to explain the 4th letter, actually the 4th letter and the last letter, because I want the lesson to be easy for you. It's very important for me. I don't want you to be tired. The letter ta, with 3 dots on top, and its form is absolutely same as ba and ta. Now we have fa at the beginning of a word, fa at the middle of a word, and fa at the end of a word. These three letters, ba, ta, fa, are connected letters in 2 sides, which means if we see ba when it's alone and when we see ba when it's at the beginning of a word, we see the differences between them, because ba at the beginning of a word, it allows itself to be connected with another letter, ta as well and fa as well. At the middle, it's going to be connected in 2 sides, not like alif. Alif is going to be connected in 1 side, but not in 2 sides. And ba, ta, fa at the end of a word, it's going to be connected in 1 side, but we cannot connect it with other letters, as they are the last letters of a word. Ba, ta, fa. But alif, it's different. Why? The only difference between alif and ba, ta, fa is that alif is from unconnected letters here. Alif is from unconnected letter here, but it's connected letter at the side and at the end of a word. It has 2 forms, but ba, ta, fa, they have 3 forms. Now I'm going to tell you what you need to do after you hear this lesson. For me, it's very, very important. You have to write these letters 10 times. 10 times each. You have to write each letter with the 4 forms 10 times at least. Actually 10 times at least. And while you are writing the letters, is very important to say the letter, to repeat the letter. Because when you repeat the letter, it means that it's going to be very easy to memorize it, which is important point. To learn how to read and to memorize the letters. And the first letter is letter alif, the second letter is letter ba, third letter ta, and 4th letter fa. Please take it seriously. Please take it seriously and write every letter at least 10 times. At least 10 times. Write the second letter at least 10 times. Fourth letter, same thing. Third and fourth letter, same thing. When you are doing this, by Allah's help, inshallah, it's going to be very easy to memorize the fourth letter. The fourth letter, and inshallah, at the third lesson, I'm going to explain other letters by Allah's help. And inshallah, after you memorize the letters, I'm going to give you words. I mean, reading words, reading the most useful words, from Holy Quran. And inshallah, by Allah's help, then after reading words, we're going to start reading ayahs from Holy Quran. We're going to start from words, reading sentences. And when we are going to start reading sentences, it means that after that, you are going to start reading Quran as well. For today, this is the lesson. I hope you enjoyed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and have a great day.